Okay, this is Forever Figs again, and this is my 9-month-old Marion fig tree that I planted in this pot. Actually, I had to transplant it into this earthen pot because it was so root bound in the smaller container that I thought I was going to lose it. So I transferred it here. And I have two of these same type of trees, Marions, that are in the ground. And this one I'm going to keep potted at least until next year. And maybe I'm going to put it in a bigger pot, or maybe I'm going to plant it over at my father-in-law's house. I'm not sure yet. He has a real nice spot in the backyard where it might be able to go. So a couple of things I learned with this potted plant. Now, I'll try to get in so you can see a little bit closer. Yes, there are some figs on this tree. Of course, they're never going to come to ripeness this year, but nonetheless, you'll see on this tree there's what's called a spreader. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. Okay, and the reason that's on there, when this tree first started growing, those two branches were growing one right on top of the other, directly on top of one another, as if they were two branches being one. And I thought I was going to have to clip one off because as they got older, I know the upper branch would shade out the smaller branch. But I saw a little trick on a video from Dave Wilson Nurseries out in California. I've watched a lot of their videos. They've been very helpful to me in my rather limited experience in fig trees, but they've smartened me up a little bit. They said instead of clipping one of the branches off when they're very young and tender like this and still green shoots, just put a spreader between the two branches. And as the tree gets older and the branches get harder, they'll stay that far apart from each other. And back about a month or two ago, I started with a little spreader. It was only about 1.5 inches long. And I put that on first, and that spread them apart a little bit. And then as time went by, I kept working my way up those two branches with larger and larger spreaders until I got it to the point where it's at now. And I think they're spread far enough apart where they're not going to be harmful to each other. And I'm just going to leave it there now until they get maybe another year on them, at which time the branches themselves will be hard enough and strong enough to keep that position. Okay, so I just wanted to share that little trick with you that I learned. Let me work my way up to the top of this tree. Okay, come back down again, and then I'm going to sign off. Okay, there we go. Once again, this tree, as well as the other two Marion trees, were grown from little 3-inch long dormant Scions back during the winter. And like I say, I don't know what variety they are, but boy, when they start growing, they really come on strong. Okay, so this is Forever Figs signing off, and we'll see you next time.